All right, so we are back. Wade's World people, what's going on? How you living? How you feeling? I have not been here for a while. I apologize, but we're back, and I'm going to try to be more consistent. I say that every time, but we are back because I have missed a lot in the time I was away, including the continuous bizarre trajectory that one Lunchly company is on. That's right, KSI, Logan Paul, Mr. Beast. I know sometimes you guys tell me I'm dragging it, but this is insane. Keep watching how this whole thing unfolds. Now, what is going on with Lunchly? Well, people are starting to notice that they got a little more than they bargained for when they bought the product. No, I don't mean the cheese is drippy, bruh. No, I don't mean that it has more protein and electrolytes than Lunchable. I mean that Lunchly is now being called moldy for a reason. Apparently, people have been getting a side of mold, a side of blue cheese in their packets, if you know what I mean. And this is first kind of reported and continuing to being somewhat reported, I guess, by Rosanna Pansino, which is a massive YouTuber. I've never actually seen her channel, but she's been covering this and actually, I guess, went and bought a Lunchly herself to see if it was true. The claims of mold, what is happening? Because we started this whole thing asking if Lunchly was a good alternative to Lunchables. And while that answer hasn't really been clear, now we're asking, is it even good to eat? Or is all of this attention, all these YouTubers, all these people online just going after Logan, KSI, and Mr. Beast as a witch hunt? I have some thoughts, so let's take a look.
For those of you who don't know, Lunchly is a super original product that has never been seen before. Some of the most brilliant minds of YouTube came together.
Look at that picture of Mr. Beast. That is crazy. Oh, yeah, she used all the worst pictures of everybody. Clearly not a fan of Logan, Mr. Beast, and KSI is one row here.
None of them are foodies, nor do they give a shit.
Wait, is her channel like a foodie channel? I need to know now that I'm on her channel. What is the basis of this channel? Yeah, she does a lot of different food stuff, it looks like. Does that make sense? Okay.
I think Howard would be the first. Is that the not?
These are molded. Okay, so these ones are supposed to be good until December, and we just got them from the store. It says used by December 8th.
You can see the mold right here. That is wild.
December 8th, 2024. And today's date is October 16th. So these are supposed to be good for like another 2 months. This is molded. That's mold. This is not safe. Especially like kids that are so young, they may not know what mold looks like, so they might just eat it. I saw a picture circulating about mold, but I didn't know if it was fake or...
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's not, I mean, that's mold. That's insane.
You know, I just had heard about it, but this is real, you guys.
And there's mold.
Why is there mold in the Lunchly?
Oh my god.
Let me get it back.
It's actually disgusting.
Epic ingredients. This is mold in the cheese, and this is really unhealthy. You should not eat mold. I don't know if this is an issue in the recipe development or packaging. I think it's a packaging
I was gonna say, it has to be a packaging issue, you would think.
issue. The sealant here feels really cheap, like whatever is holding this on the top. It is not vacuum tight. I'm gonna make these pizzas anyways.
So here's the big problem, right? Okay, first off, do I think that this lady faked this for views? No, I don't. She does have an explanation here.
Number one, I did not fake this video. We bought this Lunchly from the store months before its expiration date and put it into our own fridge within 20 minutes. Looking online, there are dozens of other people reporting moldy Lunchlys as well. How widespread is this? Number two, as my studio is finalized, I'm going to be filming many more videos like this. Number three, I am grown sick of the make money at any cost mindset for a lot of YouTubers. I'm going to continue speaking up against these topics because people are starting to get hurt physically and mentally. Now dangerous food is being sold to fans. Enough is enough. So,
She's right. It wasn't just her that opened up, and we see now, you know, we'll go back to the video in a second, but we see some of the mold here on the cheese. Obviously, this is an issue because mold is terrible in your food and can cause various different diseases. Obviously not supposed to happen. It can cause a variety of different health issues, including allergic reactions, gastrointestinal issues, liver damage. All of these things are probably going to happen if you eat a lot more mold than very small bits of it, but regardless, you shouldn't be eating. And like Rosanna said, this is not just her problem. This has been a lot of people seemingly getting moldy Lunchlys. Here's another live streamer that is on stream trying to disprove that Rosanna actually got mold in her Lunchly as she opens it up.
Right here.
No way! What? No, chat, there's actually mold. That's 100% mold. I'm so sorry. Oh no, do you see it right there?
And there is indeed mold on the package or in the cheese. So again, this is a issue that's happening little by little, and they weren't the only ones. As you can see, more screenshots of the cheese being moldy, and you start to see how it looks like it is a packaging issue because the sealant is not sealing all the way around in a vacuum tight kind of thing that doesn't allow for air and bacteria to get into the food you're about to serve your kids. This is bad because of that, and also it's a terrible look for a company that was already going through terrible PR with the claims they made about how it was going to be a healthier alternative to Lunchables, just to have them sell this and have mold in the cheese. It's the last thing. Even if it is a smaller subsect of the products that are having mold in their cheese, any amount is going to send your potential customers into a frenzy. One thing that I can tell you is, while moms may not be on Twitter and won't be able to, have a loud voice on the social kind of network, they will absolutely raise hell if they find mold in their kids' food. Moms are the reason Chipotle damn near went out of business years ago with their E. coli breakout, and they're absolutely going to band together in some sort of, coalition to fight against mold in these Lunchlys if it keeps happening. It's not a great look. Again, especially, yes, because there's mold in the food, but especially because it's Logan Paul, it's KSI, it's Mr. Beast, and they were already under attack because of the statements they made saying it was going to be a healthier alternative. But yeah, this is pretty bad. As a company, really bad.
I just want you guys to know I did not fake this. I was honestly going to go over nutritional facts and differences between the two with two physicians' input and give you healthy alternatives to these things that are still affordable. I did not expect this. You can cover the mold with the pepperoni.
I mean, she keeps making them. But this is just a terrible look, because how many views did this video get? Yeah, 1.4 million, and she's clowning, rightfully so, the moldy cheese in this package. Now, again, do I think this is every Lunchly that has it? No, but that's not the message. The message is it shouldn't be any of them. Things are going to happen, especially when you mass produce a packaged food item. These things are going to happen because you never know what can happen in transit and all that. But you have to make sure that it's not a reoccurring theme like it seems to be. So not only that happens, and we're not going to go through this entire video because it's essentially just her talking about the nutritional guide and the things in Lunchly that we know at this point has been Logan Paul and KSI and Mr. Beast, kind of tiptoeing, using the words like electrolytes and those kind of things, which we know at this point. I know how Logan and KSI have marketed Prime as being a hydration drink when it's not necessarily that. That's not as big a deal to me. It's the mold situation going on here that's the big deal. Because while you can't necessarily win everyone over if you're Logan Paul, KSI, Mr. Beast, and while I don't think that this product is made to hurt children, it's not made to poison your children, but the problem is when there's mold in it, those are the things that's going to happen. Like, then you can't really defend yourself against the allegations. You better be A1 on top of your shit when the kids are involved in eating your product. And, yeah, this is just a very, very unfortunate lack of attention to detail in the packaging. This should not happen, man. It is what it is, but it's just a bad PR look for people that are already in bad PR with what's going on. So then, Rosanna tweets this out. Says, our Lunchlys being discontinued was just sent this photo as it appears to show a Kroger store has the Lunchley turkey stackums marked as discontinued. If this is true, why so soon after initial release? Where are the turkey stackums? And it shows item discontinued. Please remove all tags and fill the hole with neighboring products. Here apparently was Logan Paul making a statement about the Lunchley mold situation.
Like I like my cheese moldy, bro.
Yo, which again, you just can't do, because yes, Logan's joking, and obviously they didn't mean for mold to be in the product, but when you market a healthier for you Lunchables alternative and these things have the mold in them, you look like a pretentious asshole when you get on camera and make fun of the fact that the product contains mold. Even if, of course, again, you're not meaning to do it, you probably should take it a little more seriously and apologize and tell people what you're going to do to keep that from happening again. Not good as a response, because all that's going to do is reinvigorate people to try to cancel, to try to come after, and maybe they think, okay, the more attention we get, the more people buy, the more it's all a big circular thing. Kind of like trolling to play into the criticism to then have it come all full circle and people buy. I just don't know if that's going to be the result. I know that they're probably doing good business right now as far as stuff that doesn't have mold in it, but even then, like, you see how I'm already synonymizing their product with having mold in it. And again, with them using the healthier for you option, while there are these small, and I will say small, instances that are being highlighted of the mold in the product, and you start having Lunchley called Moldly, and there's starting to be more of this resent toward Logan and KSI and Mr. Beast just as individuals. I just don't think laughing about it was probably the right idea. Even if it is to them a funny situation, you can't do that in public. At least not to me, you can't do it. Because like playing into the internet joke is the job of the people that are like trolling you. I guess trolling back is probably not the job of the people making the product for kids. In this case, because there's mold in it. There's also been, I guess, rumors that the FDA was going to shut down Lunchly for the, I guess, the mold or something. I'm not sure, but Logan Paul made a video to respond to all this, so let's take a look at that and see if it's a little bit of a better response than the laughing at the mold thing.
All right, this is the best one yet. According to ex-users, various retail stores have recalled Lunchly products due to FDA's concerns. The sign in the tweet reads, due to public health concerns, the FDA has recalled Lunchly products. We will restock as soon as deemed fit for consumption and ship through our warehouses. But that's so weird because
First off, that does not look like any official document. And again, this is at a grocery store, so there's probably not like a full-fledged seal of FDA approval, but usually they would send something out to you, right? Like as a store, they would send something out, and then that would be what you would put where the product, you know, was. This looked like someone typed it up in landscape on Microsoft Word. That's what this looked like. And again, you can see that at a local grocery store. Hey, we're out of this product for certain reasons, slap it on the door, but this does not look like any official deemed letter from the FDA.
FDA recalls are public by law. And as you can see, Lunchly is not on the FDA recall list. So hold up, that means that this sign is fake. Somebody typed up and printed out a 100% lie about Lunchly being recalled, taped it to the fridge, then a picture of it was taken by someone else and posted on social media as if it were real. Community notes, where you at? Anyway, I had my forensics team look into it, and they were able to find the exact location.
Logan had his forensics team? Logan has a forensics team now? Lunchly is acting as its own police state. It's like Law and Order. They got a forensics team. They got a criminal intent. They got an SVU unit. Like, what are we talking about? Freaking batons in hand, ready to beat the shit out of anybody that says Lunchly's moldy.
Where this allegedly took place by photo matching the tweet with the gray door handle and the sales labels. Then we cross-referenced it with the locations that we distribute to. It's a Fred Meyer.
I mean, this is funny because he went through a lot of trouble for this one. We cross-referenced it with the place that he actually saw the picture and the door's handling. And Logan went through more effort to find this singular Fred Meyer than he went through to make sure the packaging on the product did not allow for mold to get in the cheese.
And I had someone go there. Boom, exact match. Same door handle, same tag, same products even. But hold on, where is the FDA recall sign? Also, we can see the sales data. After Lunchly was recalled, it wasn't, but after that sign was posted, we continued to sell out all of the Lunchlys that hit the shelves in that store. So who put that fake...
This is also what I thought too. Again, the online chatter about Lunchly is not yet reached moms across the nation. So they're still doing good business, and they'll probably still continue to do good business. In fact, this may be another reason they do business in the short term, because people are going to go buy them and see, is there mold in the cheese? Again, I don't know that it's a great idea to like do the whole I like my cheese moldy thing like you did on the Impulsive episode, but in some roundabout way, it might actually do them better business in the short term.
Sign up. Turns out it was an employee named who said this when we confronted him, and I quote, "That was like kind of rumorized, I guess, through around here, but we had seen a posting about that, but I was the one who had written that, but since we got Lunchly back, it's been taken down. When it comes down to the actual, like, I guess, accountability of it, it was a rumor that was up in the air. Since we had heard that the FDA whole thing was kaput, we took it down. Yeah, it was more of like it wasn't like a... Anyway, hater or dumbass? I don't know, maybe both. Oh, and I also saw this video. As of right now, it is believed that all...
Listen, I feel this guy's pain right here. If you guys have been watching my main channel, I got hit in the face with a microphone. I think I might have broken my nose, so maybe, I don't know what he's got going on, but I feel your pain, brother.
The Lunchlys are being discontinued in various stores.
Yeah, that's also not true. Turkey Stack'ems are not discontinued. Stores are selling them as we speak.
Wait, what was that text message? Those aren't discontinued. We made them inactive until you were able to fill, so it will say that, but they're not physically discontinued.
Continued. Stores are selling them as we speak, and they're also still on Kroger's website, which would be crazy for an item that's
Damn, 3 out of 5 stars. I mean...
Hey, and look, I know some people are driving up to 130 miles just to find Lunchly, but please be patient as we try to ramp up production to meet the demand. But it just...
Okay, so Logan takes a shot at Rosanna here. He's taking a shot. That man firing from the hip. He's taking a shot. Don't come after Lunchly. We're going to expose the fact that you went 130 miles just to find them because we're selling out that well. This is what a good troll looks like. This is how you promote business, because again, without having the mold thing in mind, this makes it look like, and probably is true, that the Turkey Stack'ems and Lunchly themselves are doing so well and selling out so many places that she had to drive out of her way. That would probably be 2 hours to even find one. That's how you troll back without laughing it up about how your products may, and seems like in some cases do, have mold.
But it's just crazy to me that we're a $4 lunch kit, and in the first 4 weeks, our headquarters had a bomb threat. The FBI has identified the individual. He's based in London, which is crazy because we don't even distribute there. A fabricated...
Someone tried to bomb Lunchly's headquarters. It's like I'm watching Die Hard or like Indiana Jones, but there's no Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's just, how do we destroy Lunchly? This is insane. Bomb threats? Okay. That's a little out of hand, don't we think? God bless. This is why Logan needs his forensics team. I understand now. They're scoping the area for dynamite remnants.
FDA recall that never happened. An attention-hungry little clout goblin who has made it her entire identity to speak negatively on all things Mr. Beast. And we'd love to think this...
Ah, okay. So they called her attention-hungry clout goblin. But this is the interesting part. You saw Logan addressed everything about the bomb threat, about the FDA thing, about the not being on shelves and discontinued, but he didn't address the mold. Because that's the thing that he can't really take down or dissect, other than to say this person, Rosanna, is a clout goblin, and the only reason that she's making these videos is because she has some sort of self-driven mission to take down Mr. Beast. And maybe that's true, but what I will say is it doesn't matter what her personal vendetta is what she's saying wrong or not? And I don't think it is, so Logan doesn't address it.
An attention-hungry little clout goblin who has made it her entire identity to speak negatively on all things Mr. Beast. And we'd love to think this is all just a coincidence, but it's a gnat. We call him Cap. The fact is, the USDA inspects every finished food lot and approves it before even leaving our facility. And yes, it's possible that issues happen in transit, like a seal breaking or at the store level with rough handling. But just like any produce you buy, problems can arise, and our retail partners are great. They'll offer a full refund, and we are happy to assist anyone at any time if you email our customer service. But at the end of the day, the product speaks for itself. In our first 5 weeks in Kroger, we've already outsold Lunchables and comparable SKUs that also sell drinks inside. We're gonna keep innovating and improving our product as we attempt to disrupt this archaic industry that's been run by the same corporate giants for the past 120 years.
Archaic industry run by corporate giants. This is the thing I find funny. Logan is going to be a politician, I promise. He's going to try to be at some point, and he speaks like one. They are the corporate giants now. Mr. Beast and KSI are not on the same level of these massive food companies that have mass produced, to his point, not great food, but they are also producing not great food. And they are, in their own way, kind of corporate giants. They're saying they're taking down the corporate giants just to replace the corporate giants with them. And yeah, okay, Logan is on camera more, and he does offer somewhat of an explanation, I guess, for the mold, even without saying it, like things happen in transit, and that the USDA, what did he say about the USDA? They overlook all this?
Every finished food lot and approves it before even leaving our facility.
They overlook every finished food lot and approve it before it even leaves the facility. Again, I think that's great. That sounds awesome, but the product has, on multiple occasions, had mold in it. So it's just something, if he really wanted to be transparent, he should have just got on here and said, hey, listen, things happen, but we are aware that there are these issues with the mold, and here's what we're going to do to fix it. We're going to fix the packaging. It's not going to happen anymore, or at least we're going to do everything in our power to make sure it doesn't. And that would have been sufficient for me, and I think for a lot of people. I think that the issue with Logan, and not just the mold, but really everything, is that it feels disingenuous, even if it's not. And I don't think that they're being disingenuous with the making of this product or with, trying to find a new gap in the market. Do what you want. As a matter of fact, go and be successful. Go and make something. If parents think that it's sufficient for their kids to be eating, they're going to give it to them. And as long as it does pass the rigorous testing and everything else, okay, I'm not going to be buying it for me. And I definitely wouldn't buy it for my kids just because, again, I ate Lunchables and those things as a kid. I now know how bad they were for me, so it's something I probably won't get for the next generation. But that's a personal decision of mine. The reason I think Logan keeps getting hammered, and I say Logan, but I mean Mr. Beast and also KSI, it's because for whatever reason, in videos like this, and Logan's kind of the only one that talks about it, he's kind of been pushed forward, not just for Lunchly, but also for Prime as like the figurehead to respond to these things. And it's a tough spot because he's probably not the guy to do it because people don't trust him as it is. And also, you don't want to have some faceless, nameless person that represents the company come out and say it, because then it looks like you're hiding from it. So it's kind of a catch-22, but when Logan talks, he just feels a bit disingenuous. And that's, again, because, any sort of criticism he calls a little clout goblin that's attention-hungry, who's made their entire identity to speak negatively on things. And again, he doesn't have to agree with the things that she says, but that seems disingenuous. And to say that, things happen in transit, troubles can arise, and things like that, like, that's okay, it's fine, but you haven't built up good faith with people. That's what he needs. He needs to build up good faith with people online. And I don't know at this point if that's even possible because of just now the trolly nature of calling Lunchly Moldy or like saying all these things that people are saying. But I just think people want to see contrition when things like this happen. People want to see authenticity. People want to see the right response if something bad happens to the product, not pointing the finger at someone that criticizes for the thing that happened, whether again you believe that they're being fair to you or not. As the company head, or as the figurehead, I should say, of the company, I honestly think if Logan was a bit more like, hey, I'm really sorry this happened, this will not happen again, people would clown him for sure and the internet would do its thing, but I think it would build a bit more good faith. But that's pretty much it. Listen, do I think that Lunchly is Logan and KSI Mr. Beast's attempt to actually poison your kids? Because look, there's mold in it. They're intentionally putting mold. No, of course not. No, of course. Do I think that this is probably the worst thing that could happen for them right now? Yeah, because it's a super unfortunate lack of attention to detail in some of the packaging, and it also feeds into the one thing they said they were different from Lunchables in, the fact that they were supposed to be a healthier alternative, and theirs is the product that is now, again, very small sample size, not a ton of people, but is being looked at as the unhealthy product, the moldy product. And then, again, kind of the joking about the response, I like my cheese moldy, bruh, you know, that whole thing. It's just not a great look. Will it end up affecting them in business? Not as long as the outcry is online. If it's just people on Twitter, it's probably not going to affect their business. If it becomes actual moms writing in letters and, again, protesting or, you know, doing something like that, that's when things can hit the fucking fan, because there's one thing that will shut your business down, or at least try come hell or high water, and that is moms that think your product is unhealthy for their kids. If they can get convinced that your cheese has mold in it and it's going to hurt their babies, yeah, so that's what I think, man. This whole mold issue with Lunchly's cheese, and again, it's really just a packaging issue that they could just spend more attention to detail on, and now that I'm fleshing that thought out, it just looks again like they're kind of moving in a cheaper route to try to save money when they could clearly just allocate more money to make sure these things are vacuum tight. I would just say take it more seriously, spend more attention to detail, because again, if you're going to promote Lunchly as the healthier alternative to Lunchable, there can't be mold in the cheese. There just can't. Otherwise, again, it just looks like the thing that everyone said about Lunchly on launch, that it was a half-baked, no pun intended, half-assed attempt to outdo the market of Lunchable that had fallen off as people stopped eating the product as much as they did when we were younger. Logan can say that they're trying to take down an archaic way of serving food, or, you know, making it a healthier for you option, but he also has to prove that. And with mold in the cheese, Lunchly is not doing it. So get the fucking forensics team on it, fix the mold, or else moms might get involved, and that is not something they want. But you guys let me know down below, what do you think about this whole Lunchly mold situation? Does it get worse from here? Are people like Rosanna right for calling Logan out on this? I think so. Or again, I will ask the question, do you think it's just a witch hunt because it's Logan, KSI, Mr. Beast? I don't have those answers, but something better change soon, because Logan can keep trying to move like a politician, but election year is coming to an end. At some point, people are going to want their cheese not drippy, not moldy, but filled with contrition and a little bit of accountability and authenticity. Will that happen? Guess we'll find out.